You already know this, don't you? Neurons don't just fire. They fire in patterns. And the way they fire, the way they link, is the difference between a life that creates and a life that collapses. Think of it this way. A child builds sandcastles. Wave comes, castle gone. Another child builds again. Another wave, another fall. Eventually, one child quits, throws sand, screams, "What's the point?" But the other keeps building, laughing, knowing the wave is not the enemy. It's the reset button. That second child rewires into resilience. That's neuroplasticity embodied. That's what your brain does every day. Now zoom out. Cultures rise and fall by how they frame their surges. Rome thought invasions were collapse. It fell. Renaissance Italy thought collapse was opportunity. It birthed Da Vinci. Entire civilizations, they're nothing more than neurons firing together in patterns across time. So what about you? What civilizations are you building in your skull? A crumbling empire of problems? Or a renaissance of power, creativity and grit? Because if you don't reframe, if you keep calling stress bad, failure proof, and conflict doom, your neurons don't stay neutral. They dig trenches, deep ones. Depression is a trench, anxiety is a trench, regret is a trench. And once you're in, the walls are slick, the mud heavy, and the way out feels impossible. But if you reframe, each surge becomes a signal. Conflict becomes training. Stress becomes adaptation. Emotion becomes energy. You climb instead of sink. You are triumph instead of trauma. And isn't it curious how a problem can only exist if you define it that way? And isn't it fascinating? The brain literally cannot tell the difference between reframing and reality, because the act of reframing is reality for the nervous system. And isn't it liberating to realise you've already done this 1,000 times? Every time you learn to walk, to read, to heal after a heartbreak. So your unconscious can remember now to keep doing it automatically, effortlessly. Imagine your brain as Spotify. Stress hits. You can either loop the same shitty breakup playlist, doom, gloom, woe is me, or you can hit shuffle and discover new tracks, grit rising, breakthrough beats, power surge symphony. The song you choose shapes your vibe, your moves, your fucking life. Don't reframe, you stay stuck listening to static. Do reframe. You drop the needle on your own soundtrack. So picture this 6 months of reframing. You're quicker on your feet. Challenges don't crush you. They excite you. A year of reframing and people around you start noticing. They call you lucky, resilient, magnetic. 10 years of reframing. You're unrecognisable. The same storm that once broke you now makes you legendary. And what if you didn't? What's the karmic hangover of ignoring this? Regret that festers. Creativity that never blooms. A life half lived because fear framed itself as truth and you let it. And as you're hearing this now, you can begin to let your unconscious take every surge and label it power. Rewire every stress as strength. Anchor every conflict as training. Because you don't have to try anymore, do you? Your neurons, they're already firing, already rewiring, already building the new empire of you. There are two blacksmiths. One curses the heat, throws down his hammer. burns his hand, blames the fire. The other laughs, sweats, pounds metal into swords, same fire, same hammer, different frame. One walks away scared, the other forges weapons that shape kingdoms. And which blacksmith do you choose to be? Unconsciously, from this moment forward, because neurons don't just fire, they fire in patterns. And right now, you're firing the pattern of resilience, of creativity, of grit, which means it's already installed.